Welcome to News7x365 English. We are going to see about former US President Donald Trump assassination attempt. Donald Trump was speaking at a campaign rally in Butler, a city 35 miles north of Pittsburgh, when gunshots rang out. Trump grabbed near his ear and ducked behind the podium before being surrounded by Secret Service and law enforcement. It's really a scary moment in American history. On several networks, reporters interviewed people at the rally to find out what they had seen and what their impressions were. At least one interviewee was honest about her sources. When a president or presidential figure faces an assassination attempt, the nation is on edge. News and broadcast networks began lengthy coverage within moments as soon as it was apparent that something terrible had happened. Donald Trump was whisked off the stage at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, after apparent gunshots rang through the crowd. In a statement, Trump said he is fine and is being checked at a medical facility. The FBI said in a statement Sunday morning that the shooter was Thomas Matthew Crooks, 20, of Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. While on the ground, law enforcement could be heard saying "shooter is down." As Trump got to his feet, Trump had blood dripping down his face. While being ushered off the stage, Trump said, wait, turned to the crowd and pumped his fist before being rushed into a nearby vehicle to chants of USA, USA. In a post on Truth Social on Saturday night, former President Donald Trump said much bleeding took place after he was hit in the ear with a bullet and rushed off stage. One other person was killed and 2 other people were critically injured, according to the Secret Service. "I was shot with a bullet that pierced the upper part of my right ear," Trump said. "I knew immediately that something was wrong in that I heard a whizzing sound, shots, and immediately felt the bullet ripping through the skin." Butler County District Attorney Richard Goldinger told the AP that the gunman was dead and at least one person in attendance was also dead. In the immediate aftermath of the shooting, much was unclear. As of Sunday morning, the identity of the other victim was not known, as well as the identity of the 2 spectators who were injured. Though the shooter has been identified, his motives and whether he acted alone are still unknown. "I want to extend my condolences to the family of the person at the rally who was killed, and also to the family of another person that was badly injured. It is incredible that such an act can take place in our country," Trump wrote on social media Saturday night. The medical details of Trump's condition have not yet been released, though he was checked into a local medical facility on Saturday and was released later that night. His campaign said he was fine. President Joe Biden spoke briefly to the press corps following the news, saying he tried to contact Trump after being briefed on the incident. "I'm praying for him and his family and for all those who were at the rally, as we await further information," Biden said. "Jill and I are grateful to the Secret Service for getting him to safety. There's no place for this kind of violence in America. We must unite as one nation to condemn it," he said. Many politicians were quick to condemn political violence following the incident. Trump supporters took to social media to praise the former president, with some criticizing the media's coverage of the event, and others linking the violence to Biden's campaign rhetoric. "Today is not just some isolated incident," Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, who has been floated as a possible pick for Trump's running mate, wrote on X. "The central premise of the Biden campaign is that President Donald Trump is an authoritarian fascist who must be stopped at all costs." That rhetoric led directly to President Trump's attempted assassination. Trump, the presumptive Republican presidential nominee, was talking about border crossing during his last campaign rally before the Republican National Convention begins next week. According to the National Archives, 4 U.S. presidents have been assassinated, beginning with Abraham Lincoln in 1865, followed by James Garfield in 1881, William McKinley in 1901, and John F. Kennedy in 1963. Assassination attempts were also made on the lives of 2 other sitting presidents, Andrew Jackson and Ronald Reagan, and one former president, Theodore Roosevelt. An assassination attempt was also made on President-elect Franklin Roosevelt, 17 days before his inauguration. Thanks for watching. News7x365 English.